Good morning to Crafty Kids at Kingston. Welcome, my name is Debbie and today we are going to create our own citrus pomander. Now what is a citrus pomander, I'm sure you're asking. Here is an example here. This is a finished product which I actually made over 10 years ago and it started with an orange. Yep, and it shrunk that much. Okay, and I'm going to teach you how to make one of these today. So you need to get a citrus fruit. So I've just opted for, so it can be a lime, it can be an orange, it could be a lemon. Now can I just make you aware, don't get a piece of citrus fruit that might have a little mark in it where the skin hasn't formed properly, because it's not going to work. So always make sure that your piece of fruit has got a really good skin on it, okay? So start off with, we're going to mark our piece of citrus fruit. And what I've done is I've actually used an elastic band, like this is the finished product. So I've put the elastic band along there, and I've marked it with the texture colour. And that is where the ribbon is going to go to hang up your pomander in your bedroom, amongst your clothes. Okay? All right, so to start off with, we're going to get something with a sharp edge on it, like this. We also need some cloves, whole cloves, just like this. And you can buy them in the supermarket in packets. Okay, and they have got a lovely fragrance. And there's something in cloves that actually absorbs all the moisture inside your citrus fruit, which makes it shrink. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pierce the skin with the sharp point. So be really careful when you're doing this, and just push a little hole into the skin. I usually do about 6, and then I'll pop that down, and then and you'll notice with the cloves, they've got like a little sharp edge, but sometimes I need a bit of a hole already there created by the skewer to get it going. There we are, and they're going in really easily like that. And sometimes there'll be a little bit of juice coming out, which is a sign of a nice juicy piece of citrus. See how I'm making the holes there? I'm going to go all the way down to the end. And I'm just going to insert those, which are going in very easy. This is a really fun activity if it's a really wet, miserable day outside, and the smell is just divine. Really, really fragrant. So there we are. So we've done one line. Yay! I need to go in. So I need to just, sometimes you need to use your skewer more than once because the hole mightn't be quite big enough. So we've done one line, and then we're going to go down in another line right next door. And again, just pierce the skin as I'm doing here with the skewer. And always choose a clove that's got a nice long stalk on it, because it'll go right into the fruit and help absorb the moisture. This is a very moist lime. Sometimes the one that you pick isn't quite big enough, strong enough, so just put that one aside and then pick another one out. I need to use my skewer again because that hole just wasn't quite big enough. So I'm just going to redo that. That's it. Perfect. Let's try again. See, that's got a nice long stem on it, and that goes in very easily. A little bit of moisture coming out of the lime. So any citrus fruit, so that's lemons, limes, oranges and mandarins. Sometimes if you've got a bit of a tired looking orange and the skin's okay, that might be perfect for this exercise. Okay, there we go. We'll do one more line of the lime. Getting my words mixed up there, wasn't I? And then I'll explain what we have to do after we've finished inserting all the cloves into the citrus fruit, because there's some very important steps we must follow afterwards. So again, the hole wasn't quite big enough, so I'm just repeating that, because you shouldn't be forcing the cloves in, because they'll probably snap, which you don't want to happen, because you want the stem to be working its magic under the skin. There we go. So I've done one little section there. We'll do a few more. So I've complete a quarter of the lime, and then there's a special mixture we need to create using 3 different spices. So that mix we need to cover with a spoon. Need to cover over the citrus, piece of citrus fruit. There we are, almost finished. Actually, that one, just need to put a slightly bigger hole there. There we go. So I've done 1/4 of the citrus fruit there. Now, and you'll then continue on to that quarter, then that quarter. And then when that's all finished, it'll look like that. Now I've actually just kept my elastic bands on there, which I didn't have to, but I did. You can do the same. And see how there's a little coating on it, and that is the coating here. And that coating consists of 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of crushed cloves, and 1 teaspoon of orris root, which you generally wouldn't have in your pantry, but you would need to go to a health food shop to find that, okay? And you mix that together like I've done here, and then what you do is you just coat your citrus, the part that you've done, and just coat that. And when that's all finished, just like that, you pop it in a paper bag. Now, why do you do that? You fold it all up like that, and you put it in a dry, dark place for 6 to 8 weeks, so that all the moisture is absorbed by the cloves, and you're going to end up with something like this. And then you can find some nice fancy ribbon and pop that on to the pomander, and then you can hang it up. You might like hanging it on a Christmas tree, or you might like to hang it in your wardrobe or in your pantry. Okay, so I hope you have fun making a citrus pomander. It's a lovely activity to do during these cold winter months. Goodbye for now. Hope to see you soon.